Okay, if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, but let's get right to it. So they've got a new costume that Melissa Benoist is going to be wearing on Supergirl. Now, I'm stoked about it, okay? They premiered it at San Diego Comic-Con. It looks really good. Look, she's like 30 years old now. She's not a Supergirl anymore. You know, she had that classic look from the comic books, but, you know, she looked like an intergalactic cheerleader, if you will. And, you know, I think it served its purpose when the show first came out. But now that there are so many seasons in, and she's had a couple of different variations of the suit over time, from Elseworlds and then swapping things and then having an armor-built suit type thing against, to go against Lex Luthor and things like that. But I really like this. This costume feels a lot like Henry Cavill's costume, but also Tyler Hoechlin, who plays Superman. It's got that kind of look to it, and I think it's fine. You know, the skirt, you know, she's, like I said, she's 30 years old, and she was probably ready for something like this. I think it's just a really good look for the character. I think some people are on the fence about it because it takes away from that classic look that she had, always having a skirt. But I mean, it's just, is that skirt really practical when you're flying around, and then when you go to land, you know, into a crowd of people and they can all look up your skirt? It's just weird, you know, kind of creepy at the same time. So this gives her a way to kind of seal it all up and relax a little bit when she's saving the world. And I'm all about it. What did you guys think? Did you like Melissa's new costume? I did. And, you know, although I'm not a huge devoted fan of watching Supergirl anymore because they've gotten so weird with their storylines, and I really want to see superheroes fight bad guys. I don't really want to mix, you know, headlines right from the news mixing into the actual show. But I'm digging the new suit. I'm looking forward to the crossovers that they do every year. During the Elseworlds on the CW network, where all the shows cross over, Tyler Hoechlin and Brandon Routh will switch, and Brandon Routh will once again become the Man of Steel. He will be playing Superman, which is really, really awesome because Brandon Routh, he showed up, he opened up his chest, and he had on the Kingdom Come Superman emblem. So he'll be an older Superman. They'll probably give him some gray hair or something like that. But it's just really cool to see that, first of all, the special effects that are on most of the CW shows with all their superhero stuff are pretty much on par with what Bryan Singer did with Superman Returns, that Brandon Routh was the star of. I always felt Brandon Routh was a really good Superman, but he had a terrible script. They should have updated the suit and lost the underwear. And, you know, it's just one of those deals where he had a raw deal, and he should have been the Man of Steel for quite a few films, I thought. Although I love Henry Cavill and I've enjoyed what he's done, he's, again, someone who suffered with bad scripts, and looks like they're giving him the boot too. But for Brandon Routh to be able to come back and play Superman again in this medium is just exciting for fans. And so I'm really excited. And Tyler's going to be playing his character from Legends of Tomorrow as a swap. So he'll be playing Adam Man, or whatever he's called in that one there. I don't watch Legends of Tomorrow, but I remember when they first introduced him on The Flash, I think it was, and he put on the armor and everything. Or no, it was Arrow. He was on Arrow as like this billionaire guy, and then all that stuff went down, and he created his own suit too with armor that could shrink down and all that stuff. But to see Brandon Routh come back and play Superman, and hopefully they'll give him something really cool to do, you know, and instead of just push an island out of the ocean made of kryptonite and throw it into space, which was so sad in Superman Returns. The best part of Superman Returns was the airplane scene when he's flying around and he's doing his thing and he's saving everything, and he crumples the airplane and then sets it down in the middle of the baseball game and all that stuff. It was such great action and everything. But what was really weird in that movie, which again made the whole Superman Returns just not feel right, was here's this guy, Superman, and he's struggling with a 747 or whatever it was, and he was having a tough time, like, landing that bad boy. It was, you know, crashing and everything, and and then but he's strong enough to take an island the size of Rhode Island out of the ocean and push it into space. Now, granted, he kind of died, but came back to life. Still, it was just like the physics didn't make any sense. Like the plane shouldn't have given him that big of a deal. But again, I had so many other problems with Superman, bringing in Superboy and all that other kind of stuff. They were trying to cram too much into that movie. But Brandon Routh, to see him as Superman again is going to be exciting. I will tune in for the Elseworlds crossover episodes. I don't watch the series throughout. I just go in anytime they all cross over because that's fun. It's always a three-day event or whatever. And so I'm excited to see Brandon Routh. Are you excited to see Brandon Routh back in a Superman costume? Let's talk about it in the comments section. We'll see you on the next one.